Hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'll be doing the reading for the Libra August 2023 predictions today. So we'll start off with week 1, pulling the energies of Libra going into August, the first week. Knight of Cups. Week 2 please. Knight of Swords. And we have week 3. Six of Wands in reverse and week 4. So we'll start off by aspecting the Knight of Cups on week 1. That's a card, it can be often associated with romance, but it's often associated with stability, moving forward. Aspected by the Fool. The King of Wands. I'm feeling that the first week's going to be quite positive for you. That King of Wands energy is a rulership card. It's taking leadership, it's standing up for yourself and for others, it's fighting for things, it's high energy, it's fire energy, it's sort of getting things together and putting things in action. If you have a project or something going on, I feel like this is the time where this is going to be a main focus for you. With this Fool, this is often a carefree card. I definitely feel like for you there's an aspect of happy-go-lucky in the first week. It could almost be romantic or with some sort of project you really love because you've pulled the Knight of Cups there. I'm definitely feeling like passion project, almost like a childlike free sense. I'm going to aspect that Fool because I have more information. I feel like you've almost stepped onto a new path, or you're about to step onto a new path in this first week, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy. Perhaps you had a future planned out for some of you, and you've decided to take new steps away from that, or you're setting up a new goal. I feel like the future for you has changed, or an aspect of that, and it's bringing you a lot of happiness and comfort in this first week. I do feel like there's a sense of almost kind of like being in love with almost everything. You love this project, you love this activity, this job, these people, you kind of love yourself. I'm feeling a lot of love in week 1 for you, Libra. The Knight of Swords, we need to aspect that. Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is week 2. The Empress in reverse. The Knight of Swords is action, it's communication, it's intellect, it's diving right into something, getting to the bottom of it, putting energy into it. The Two of Pentacles in reverse can indicate a lack of financial stability, a lot of spending, or imbalance in a partnership. The Empress in reverse, now that can indicate a lack of stability here. It feels like there's a high energy, you're going to suddenly encounter something in week 2. I feel like this is going to be with another person. In week 2, it's perhaps someone you're in a relationship with or a work colleague. I'm sensing something not necessarily romantic with you and this person, and I feel like this is going to cause a bit of disruption. You're going to be sort of stepping away from the stress of this situation, even if it is sort of costing you. It could be costing you in terms of your money or your possessions. Or it could be simply that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into this and you're starting to move on from it. The Page of Swords in reverse can indicate a missed communication, and Nine of Swords in reverse, that can be healing from stress, anxiety and depression. There's a sense of almost letting go of this situation or this person who's been causing you a lot of conflict. There's definitely, with the swords there, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of verbal exchanges and you're going to feel the need to this time take action. It's almost like a decisiveness in week 2. And Libras can be known for indecisiveness, so I feel like you're going to get this energy and you're going to say, no, this isn't fair, this isn't right, I don't have balance here, I'm not stable, I'm not going to worry about this, I'm going to do something else. It's almost like you're closing off to something. I'm just going to pull another card to see. Two of Wands, again in reverse, again that's almost like a change in the future. That's like a shift in something. That goes well with your week 1. I feel like week 1's going to be all of the party and the joy of it, and week 2 there's going to be communication and sort of stepping away from it. The actual plans are coming into motion and you're now having to... It's like a psychological handling of the situation here, Libra. Six of Wands in reverse. That's week 3. The Six of Wands in reverse is stepping away from the spotlight, it's taking time out, it's pulling away from the public for a little while. This could be at work or it could be in your social circles. With the Hierophant in reverse, that's again a change, a lack of orthodoxy. You're perhaps taking some time out for yourself. You're perhaps changing the way you do things. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse can indicate a disruption or an argument in the family or a large disagreement at work, that sort of thing. I'm just going to aspect the Hierophant. I'm feeling that in this one, I do feel that this one does relate to career. I'm seeing like workplaces and people dressed for work. I'm feeling like tensions in a very formal sense as opposed to this being personal. The Six of Cups is unhappy memories and sort of not getting on with things, getting over things. It's sort of being a bit hung up on past arguments and disagreements. The Nine of Cups in reverse is almost being, I don't want to say like gluttonous, like in a sense of being a bit over the top, almost overindulging in something. I feel like you've perhaps put a lot of energy into your work recently, or you've put a lot of energy into a project that you no longer feel as good about. I feel like there's definitely almost like a drop in energy on this week that you're sort of saying, I'm not happy about this anymore, I can't get past this, this is bothering me a lot, I just want to step away from it. That Six of Wands and that Six of Cups is sort of, I want to step away from something, I'm not happy and I'm not over this. So, and then we'll do the Hanged Panda in week 4. I feel like August, I'm definitely feeling like you're starting off with all this high positive creative energy and then you're sort of going into actually I've realised I don't want this X thing anymore, this job, this person, this activity, and now I'm starting to deal with it. You're actually, the realities of it is sinking in. In week 4 I can see that there's likely, the Hanged Panda is an impasse, it's putting a stop on things. We're aspected with the Lovers in reverse, which is possibly the end of a partnership. For some of you it might be a breakup, a potential divorce, it could be a business ending. This could be related to your week 3. And the Chariot is fast movement. You want something, you're going to go and charge and get it. It could be that you want to go and get an ex back. For some of you, I feel like you perhaps want to reconcile a little bit. Yeah, with the Four of Cups there, it's not necessarily taking the olive branch, but it's being a little bit stiff. It could be the person that you've been with or that you're interested in is perhaps not as willing to forgive you as you are for them. This is aspect on the Lovers in reverse. And there's a change in energy, almost like a drop of energy there. It feels like a loss of passion almost with this relationship. I'm going to aspect the Chariot though. What's the movement? The Four of Swords, now that's a card of rest and relaxation. It's putting yourself into a state of rest and contemplating things, really thinking things through, taking your time out. The Nine of Wands is an energy card. That's about resilience and putting up a fight. That's your stamina. That's continuing to go even in the face of difficulties. You can continue to go, although you may be feeling a little bit tired by it. I definitely feel like this is a relationship you're beginning to think on a little bit more, especially with the rest and relaxation. It feels like you've been putting up a fight with this and now you're considering perhaps with the Chariot, it could mean for some of you you're thinking about moving on, you're sort of saying I'm out of here now, bye. But I feel like there's an aspect of you that's almost indecisive, that you're thinking, but do I really want this? I could just get up and go. I'm not sure if I want this relationship with this person, but you're hanging in there a little bit longer. So for some outcome on this. The Five of Wands in reverse, although not generally positive, it can mean that you're learning to work together. You're in a state of beginning to work together to understand each other. There's still discrepancies and arguments, but it's not necessarily as bad as before. For some of you with that Page of Cups, the first thing that came into my mind was children. I feel like some of you could be arguing over your children, or it could be the introduction of a new baby that's coming soon and you're feeling a bit unsettled by it and you don't really know how to handle this. But for most of you I feel like it's almost a learning curve of, do I want this person? What do I need to be with this person? What might I need to change? There's definitely a learning to get along type of thing here, or sort of combined with the, if I don't learn to get along with this person, I'm out of here soon. This is almost a overwhelming situation. For some of you I'm feeling it is a sort of a situation with children, like very intense family. It's perhaps the children are very difficult, or your partner is struggling with them, or you've had a lot of work recently and it's maybe because it's the school holidays, your kids are fighting and you're feeling a bit worked and stressed, and you're feeling a bit stressed with your partner. I'm definitely feeling there's that aspect of almost juggling and thinking, what do I want from this situation here? There's almost a frustration and a pause with that impasse on the first one. So Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope to see you in the next video.